you know, anything comes back to this. Okay, there. The only place
That's the way it's been for the last, what?
Why they had to cut in front of the door where they couldn't have cut here. It's been like this for the past month. Now there's a big area there they could have cut so we could at least get in and out. Came in here in June and promised us, well, beginning of June, and promised us they could start in the second week in July. Otherwise we were going to let them rip this up. 4 days work. Taking off the top of the deck. At least they left us a piece of plywood to walk out on this time. Pulled out a lot of the stuff from underneath the house. I say a lot of it, but there's still some left here. Plastic still has to come out of there. Took this up at least. Got that much done. And that's the pile that came off of it. Alright, so we'll see what happens today. We've reached the 6th of August, and this is still what I'm having to live with. That's my deck right now, which is a piece of plywood. It's all been ripped out and torn around. Now this is what they figure they want to leave now. Just by shoring these up, they're telling me that these posts will do the trick, and they're going to dress them up. Well, if they'd said that in the beginning, they wouldn't have got the damn job, because that was the whole point of getting this done, was making this safe. So we'll see if they show up first thing Tuesday morning, like they said they were going to. And if they don't, it's going to be hell to pay, to say the least. And I'm going to tell them they have to do it properly, the way they told me they were going to do it. And of course, there's the rest of the deck sitting over there that they took apart, and it's still sitting here too. Isn't that a lovely mess to have to live with? Beautiful summer. Well, I was in Peterborough yesterday. They came to do some work on here. They finally came to do some work on this. Oh, there's a deck block. What do you know? And there's some boards sitting on top of the deck. Nothing screwed down, nothing cut. And we have pillars. Big pillars. And this is what we have supporting the roof now. And they're in deck blocks. So hopefully that's going to be acceptable.
Remember to fill me.
And hi hon. Other than that, so that was a full day's work by 3 guys. 3 guys. Yeah, doesn't seem like much to me, but here we go again. One guy shows up this morning at about 10 o'clock. He put, let's see, a couple of spacers in between some of the foundation of the deck. Looks like he went to attempt to cut a board. Then he said he's got to phone his boss and find out what the rest of the crew is. They show up 20 minutes later with a table saw, and a skill saw, and a chainsaw, which I still don't see now. It disappeared. They got into an argument about who should or who shouldn't be doing what, and they all left. Here we go again. No deck.
We have all the luck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the deck was supposed to be down today.
Well, it was supposed to be done the second week in July.
Yep.
Where are we? Second week in August. Nice deck, eh?
Can we have a barbecue tonight and invite people over to our new deck? And that's the junk that's been there for a couple weeks now.
Yep. Oh well. We've got done so far. They were here until 9 o'clock last night, and as you saw in the video before this, they were hammering in screws. Yes, that's what I said. Hammering screws. Now there's quite a few places on here where the screws have been broken off because they didn't hammer them in straight, I guess. They're sticking up. And you've got hammer marks. And nice big cracks where the screws have gone in. There's one there. And there's one there. And these ones are all sticking up out of the wood. Same with these ones here. I don't know. It's a bit of a mess to say the least, considering we're paying all this money for it. I couldn't get over is why you wouldn't start building the deck from the front back. We've got this ledge, but he had to come in and ask me what we're going to do with this ledge. I can't fit a full board on here. So I had to make a few suggestions as to what they could do with it. And then there's this piece here that they've got sitting behind the pillars. Let's move that board. Got the gap on the old board right the way along behind here. He wanted to just butt up against it. So I made a suggestion of covering it with a small board and bringing it out right behind the pillars to make it continue on like the ledge that's already here. So we'll see what happens. There's quite a few spots here. You can see all the hammer marks where they were pounding the screws down with a hammer.
Hi honey, what you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Taking this deck back apart because I screwed it up so bad.
And what did you do in the morning?
I fired them. I got accused of flirting with the workers.
Well, you flirted with me once.
I guess being good-spirited, kind, and giving people drinks and talking to them and supplying them with tools is like... The final few things that we found out yesterday after we had an inspector come in and take a look at what had been done. Yeah, I phoned somebody to find out, whether I was just overreacting. Well, we took all the boards off, deck blocks, bricks supporting the deck. These braces here are supposed to be supporting something. They're all screwed in here, but nothing is screwed into this board whatsoever. So they look pretty, but they're not doing anything. They're not even touching at the back here. I can see daylight all the way through. The pillars are, as he called it, overkill. They should have been notched and put up into two boards that are running across there, and they don't need to be 6 by 6, which, well, I don't know, $30 each. They should be 4 by 4s. The face of the board isn't straight. It's all warped and twisted and not been put on properly. This basically has all got to be ripped off because it is no good whatsoever. It's not the way it's supposed to be, so this has got to come off. I paid them $2,800 deposit to have this done. They phoned last night and got really nasty on the phone and said we're not getting anything back, that they are out over $600. I'm out $2,800. I don't have a deck, and a whole pile of material that's garbage.
And there's all the wood from the deck.
Yeah.
Under the tarp.
Oh, don't forget, there's the box from the brand new saw they had to buy to do this job. That should have been a red flag, I guess, in the first place.